Alright, hello everybody, this is Zaxtorian 99. We got to talk about this new chapter, Chapter 3, coming to Dead by Daylight. Day after tomorrow. Wow, what a surprise. I just watched last week's dev live stream, and they didn't even give a hint as to new content coming. However, I have been wondering if they were going to have content coming out in December, because they have been having it about every other month. This chapter is going to hit a little bit earlier than I expected, though. On December the 8th, that's this Thursday, we get a chapter 3 called Of Flesh and Mud. Now, you can see right here, guys, that she is pretty hideous looking, almost looking like a zombie of some sort with big clawy hands. Really zombified look, though, or mummified look. Pretty horrifying. Now, pay special attention, guys, to the symbol right behind the words of flesh and mud right here, because I believe this is the symbol that this new killer is going to be able to draw in the soil, and if a survivor walks into that, she could pop up out of it. Now, we do know that it's going to be paid for content. $6.99 is going to give you the new killer, which is called the HAG, the new survivor, which is called, his name is Ace, and a new map. Every chapter has one killer, one survivor, and one new map. Let's go ahead and take a look together at the I think it's like a 34-second trailer. Let's go ahead and watch it, though. That growl, that hiss. Okay, so then we heard somebody die there at the end, as she evidently choked him or whatever. But like I said, she is pretty horrifying looking. I like the look of the HAG. The new map is the Backwater Swamp, so a swamp area for her. Kind of sounds, like the perfect map for the zombified, mummified killer. And then it looks like we got a Cool Joe. So definitely not a Dwight here. We got Ace, looking all cool in his dark shades and giving us a, yo, what's up, bro? Kind of sign with his hands there. So definitely not a Dwight. We get another cool character in a new survivor named Ace. So all this is coming in the new expansion, guys. $6.99 US dollars on Steam. We got 2 days to prepare for this by saving up 500,000 blood points. You know that it's probably going to be the survivor Ace that I put my points into. I think every chapter I've ended up pumping all my blood points that I've saved up beforehand on the survivor. But this killer does look pretty cool. We'll see what, kind of powers and perks she has, but let's go ahead and read about what we have here available right now. Now, if you scroll all the way down, it does say more information is coming out tomorrow, so we might get some information like on the perks or maybe the survivor or something like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the information we do have here today. The HAG. This shows a good picture of her. Dead-looking face, dead-looking eyes for sure, and very evil-looking face, and definitely some grayish dead skin. Definitely gives her that walking zombie look from like The Walking Dead. But the HAG is her name, and right off the bat, I'm wondering what I'm going to call the nurse now, because I've always called the nurse, oh, that damn HAG. Oh my god, the HAG's chasing me. So now we actually have a actual HAG that's going to be a killer, so I'm going to have to start calling the nurse something else. I can't call the nurse because that kind of gives it like she's a friendly healing nurse, and we know from playing against the nurse that she's anything but friendly and anything but healing. So I don't know. I'll have to call the nurse something else, but let's go ahead and read what it says here about the HAG, shall we? The HAG. A new nameless terror stalks the darkness. Her appearance haunts me after but a glimpse of her haggard silhouette. twisted and torn in unspeakable ways, with grayish dead skin stretched out over her emaciated body. I saw that her arm was a horrid overgrown deformity that looked as if it could claw its way through flesh and bone. And you could definitely notice that. Look at the way her hands are now part of her body. She doesn't need a weapon with these claws built in as her hands. That's pretty horrifying, actually. I feel as if her presence speaks of endless torture. Alright, so they definitely make her sound scary. I like the looks of her built-in claws as hands. I like the look of her zombified dead body. I think it's pretty spooky. I think this is the scariest looking killer yet, to be honest with you. Scarier than the hillbilly or the trapper or the nurse or Michael Myers. I think this is the most horrifying looking creature that we've faced yet. So she has her power. This is not a perk. This is the power built into her. Just like Michael Myers, ability to stalk and feed up his evil within so he can hit you in one hit. Or the nurse's ability to blink or whatever. This is her special ability that other killers can't have. Blackened Catalyst is what it's called. The hag draws in the soil to set up a trap for the survivors. When a survivor finds her trap, a lifelike illusion of the killer appears in front of them. Once the trap is triggered, the hag has a choice: to either enter the physical illusion when the survivors are within her reach, or use it as simply a decoy to take down her unsuspecting prey before the phantasm collapses into pieces of dirt and mud. So imagine that, guys. Here she has drawn the trap wherever she wants on the map. She goes away, and what's going to happen is the survivor is going to come close to that trap. It's going to pop up. Now, this is just a decoy, unless the hag over here is hiding and says, you know what? The decoy is closer to the survivor than I am. I'm going to go ahead and take the place of the decoy before it collapses. So the killer is going to have a set amount of time to blink over here or teleport or whatever and be that illusion. Or if she decides that she wants to use the illusion and make the survivor think, oh, it's just going to be, this is a monster or whatever. Maybe the survivor runs this way, right into the killer, and the killer leaves the illusion there while the killer actually attacks the survivor. Pretty cool special ability. I think that's going to be very interesting and set for some very interesting gameplay. The killer perks. The killer perks. The hag perks revolve around a new gameplay mechanic, the hex totems. They are focused on cursing the survivors and sapping their abilities. The curse lasts until survivors manage to track down the hex totem and tear it apart. So I already know that I read the patch notes. Some of the patch notes, there is 5 totems randomly placed around the map, and evidently she's going to be able to use special perks to sap survivors' abilities away from them until they figure out which of those 5 totems is probably the right one and tear it apart. So I think this is definitely an interesting new killer. I'm excited to play against the hag. Looks like rather than just doing the same kind of killer over and over again, running around swinging a blade, I like that they're creating killers that have completely different abilities and, that are going to change up the whole gameplay mechanics. And all I can say right now, guys, is that I believe, just like with Michael Myers and I believe just like with the nurse, this is another killer that's probably going to make us think, oh my god, she is so OP for that first few days especially. But we're going to have to learn how to, tactics about how to take her on. When Michael Myers first came out, I thought he was the most OP killer ever until I started learning, kind of how to beat him. So make sure that when you guys start playing against the hag on Thursday, that you don't immediately or too quickly think that she's overpowered. You're going to have to learn different tactics on how to avoid her and avoid her deception to actually beat her and take advantage of her to get out of the map. So definitely exciting stuff. We'll probably get some more information tomorrow, and I'll definitely let you guys know in a live stream tomorrow or in another short video, what new information comes up on the website. But the link is right there. So let me know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you like my analyzation of this website here and the New information and the new chapter coming this Thursday. This has been Zaxtorian, guys, and we'll see you in stream here soon. Take care, everybody.